blacker than the deepest night, more bitter than the fires of hell itself. That is coffee.
Good evening. I am live. Sorry, yeah, I do not really proceed again. Down for my mute touch right on time. Thank you for the raid. And Suitseeker, hello. Pete,
Hydrate,
hydrate,
but all I
Joy.
have is coffee.
Yes, I only have coffee. No, I don't have only coffee, as you know. You are here, Muse's Touch. Yes, Carol, thank you. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Yeah, good evening. I hope you all enjoyed Carol's stream. I did. To be honest, I was more lurking than really watching. Sorry for that. But I've been yeah, trying to do a little bit of research. You see, this is my own little beholder. Today I am going to paint up this little one. The one that I dropped last week, so I couldn't paint it for my monster or bust stream. Yeah. Thank you both for the sound effect. Yes, it's quite an impressive print. Also, to be honest, not a very nice thing to put together. Oh, the bit goes a little bit faster than the sound alert over here, but doesn't matter. Internet. Yeah, well, by the way, Carol, those I still forget how they are called. Although those dice fellows. I have a D20. I really like them. Toetseeker is all the places that will be hard to read on that beholder. Best of luck. Yeah, I know. Because I will be right back. Yeah, no problem. You have to have the Titan that Lore is looking for. Okay. Don't know who Lore is or what, but the yeah, I do have that is Sir Fintigar Lorinia. Oh, okay, that's right. Yeah, it was a gift for one of my fellow players, D&D players. Gave it to me because I painted his D&D mini. I have to, but it was really appreciated. It's a really nice mini to paint. Good. I hope you are all ready for this adventure. A little bit. Because, well, Pete, look what I have here. Genius Green. Oh, yeah, the D&D one. Oh, thank you very much. Yes, we are going to use pink and a very bright blue. And those are the two main colors I am going to use for this little one. As I do have a photograph, a picture of the color scheme. But this is a commission for, when I am right, G. Griever. Now I remember your screen name. And if not, sorry, but yeah, me and names, especially when they are very different from real names. And well, I have in very short period, I have almost 80 followers now, and I cannot, the ones that do not visit my stream regularly, sorry, yep, it's me. Good. So this will be the beholder for Genius Griever. Originally, this one is standing on its two lower tentacles. But I really think the beholder should float. So I also have started on his stand. I have prepared already a little bit. Does indeed look awesome without paint already. It's picked out a really great 3D print. I just, as you can see, the only little thing was all those tentacles. Even with 3D printing, they do not all line up very good. And especially when you drop this one and 3 of them break off, you are in a little bit, well, in this case, I was in a little bit more trouble. But that was my own fault. I repaired it and had to sand it down. And now it's ready for painting. And yeah, blue and pink. Those are the chosen colors. And well, normally I would indeed also start with the eyes. But I first want to apply all the basic color paints on the places I think they would look cool. Even thinking about, especially this part with his teeth, maybe more fleshy look, but we will see about that. Good, let's take a big brush, and my idea of, well, a lot of blue, and I'm using MSP paints, by the way. This is Dragon Blue I am using, and the Master Series paints, the breast cancer pink awareness month color. I don't believe it has a real name. So, but well, by the way, nice you can join us. All of you, of course. Hey, hope I can indeed reach all the great places. I was thinking about painting this one, of course, in parts. A model like this is not unusual to do. A little bit. Oh, you can also see me and yourself in chat. What is in chat? But there was something on my window. But as I already said, the tentacles do not really line up really great. That would mean I had to paint it, put it together, and then sand it down and paint it again. Which is of course not really a great idea. So we try it to do it this way. It's going to be mainly blue. Especially his mohawk, or whatever you want to call it. I call it a mohawk. make it more pink top, a little bit of wet blending, a lot more of paint. Why? Big mini. Still laugh in my head when I call this thing also still a mini. Quite big. Make at least the top side of all tentacles will be blue. Inner sides I will make pink. Have different structure in it. Don't need an example right now. Also, one of the nice things of some tablets, one that I have, I cannot shut off what I still call the screensaver. Just shuts off automatically after 30 minutes when I'm not doing anything, but I am doing something. I'm looking at a picture. Yeah. Are you also going to use reds? It might match well with the blue and the purple. It would. And maybe for some a little bit more of an accent color. I mean, it has a lot of eyes. I could make different colors. This has, what I really like about this print is normally a beholder has only one main eye. This one has three. So 3 times the jeopardy, I would say. Times that evil, maybe even. And officially, it is called Tyrant Eye, as beholder is still a copyrighted name for Wizards of the Coast, for Dungeons and Dragons. Well, it's mainly up to this Griever. Is his mini. You have to see if I can I hadn't considered having the additional eyes different colors, but I opposed to it. Okay. I have to put that in my memory bank. Did practice a little bit on my little one with his eye. Especially with a big eye like this, I do like a little bit of the veins in the eye. Her stream Carol said that some kind of heard from Reaper that some kind of bone color. They use that color for the eye, for the white in the eye white. Call it. It is. I always, especially with the big eyes, I always add a little bit of pink to the polished bone. Imagine a nice off-white. That is indeed one of the things. An eye is never completely pure white. I've learned. Fact is always a little bit more reddish pink because you have very small veins in them. I think off-white is also indeed very good and a nice. The eyes were looking really great. Did use the linen white. Does work also, yeah. I have linen light, yes. This is linen white. Add to normal white. Yes, the polished bone is also a little bit like that color. I have from also two different kinds of white with a little bit of purple or blue, green in it. My God, I need more coffee. My brain is a little bit. I am a little bit nervous indeed by painting this one, especially because the color scheme is not really my thing. Also, the first time I am even painting a beholder. And of course, it is commission. Makes me also nervous. But don't worry, you jump over your entire drink on yourself like I did last stream. So you're like, oh, okay. No, that's a good tip, by the way. Let's put that a little bit further away. As I am my normal brush holder, of course, is being painted, so I am not using it. I use this old Citadel brush wash pot as a temporary brush holder, and it is right next to my coffee cup. Users touch my stream, come for the mini paint, stay for the comedy. Yes. Yeah, for those who do not know and have not seen Carol doing her stream, on Saturday we do a double goblin feature. That also a great painter, can even chat a little bit better and more than I do. So if you have Saturdays evenings, nothing to do, at least if when you are here in Europe, or your afternoons, America. Not a goblin, I'm okay. Oh shit, yeah, that's okay. No goblin double feature, yeah. But we will have to think a new name for it. And the Baldy. I have no problems with the Baldy. You have the channel is called Muse's Touch, but you have the Painted Hero Tavern. Or brand, yeah. We will I will think about it. Yes. I know. Although I have been thinking about maybe rebranding, then I would also have to get probably a new Twitch channel and everything. Know if you can change your stream names on Twitch into it. Because you did Muse and the full moon. Yeah, well. Yeah, I'm still thinking about 7 coffee drinks.
Hydrate, but all I have is coffee.
Thank you very much. One moment. I will hydrate, Soetske. You have the brand for Peter Hydrators, Pink and Drink. Yeah. Right now, as always, I am completely blank about the name. Oh, by the way, I was talking about rebranding because you gave me an idea about calling myself the Painted Hermit. Really did stuck with me. I really liked that. Then I would have to change all kinds of things with Twitter and Twitch. Mostly, I always liked the Bald GM, but the Painter Hermit is cool too. Although, are you really a hermit? Almost. To be honest, if I didn't have to work in a factory and I could stay home, I would. Yeah, well, I've always been very comfy with being alone. But then on the other side, just as I said to myself, I just said, the rebranding is really nice. If you would be nice, but you have to change quite a lot, and you have to make a new name really known. Not that I am so very well known, but I think that a lot of, at least few people know that the Vault GM that is me. Change my nickname. I think there would be a few people very confused. So I will be sticking to the Bolt GM. For a while. To be honest, it's not a bad name. Only thing is, I don't GM anymore. How about the board gaming club? Are you really a hermit when you are getting out of the house once every 2 weeks? How do I get out? That is something that I indeed, well, that is something that I must do indeed, because yes, even a hermit is always a little bit social. No human being is can completely go without any social interaction. But that is an obligation I indeed put on myself, just to keep in touch indeed with normal people, not only people from work. But, yeah. And yeah, the painting habit, especially because I am no longer GMing, is a little bit more what I am than the bald GM, even though I am bald. Hermit and Muse is yeah, it's also pretty good. Yeah. Wow. It does has a ring to it. My brain just jumped to because I drink a lot of coffee pot and the paint pot, but yeah, you have to step away, but I will keep on here. Okay, thank you very much for your stream, for your raid. Have a great afternoon. Have a great rest of the weekend.
Moist.
Yo. Till next time. Yeah. Yeah, see you Discord in one of those. Yeah, two. And I'll quite. Oh, wait a moment. I will, if I can. For those who do not know, want to paint minis. It's not a out there. One moment. Sorry, I had to. Never mind. Well, Carol uses Dutch. She is on Twitch also, and is doing a. It's not a competition. Certainly not a competition, but it's just a challenge. Is maybe a better word. And find everything. Find Muses Touch. There is an underscore between words Muses and Touch. Come on, now I am going to. Sorry, guys. Get it quickly enough. Yeah. Oh, no, we have even the challenge over here. If we can get some more people involved. It's the Users Touch and Friends challenge. We're picking out a Reaper model to paint. As I said, it's not a competition, just see how differently people can paint it up a little bit like the Savoli and Friends. Hope I pronounced that name correctly. Again, thank you very much. Yeah. Good, that's all the blue. Sure that the pink stays nice brightly pink. Paint over some. Oh, I forgot. Part of this model also, I said it was quite some work to put together. When you are sanding down all those joints, when you glued it and paired it, you have to really watch out very carefully that you do it with all of them. Every time I thought, so now I have them. Oh no, wait, there's another one. And oh, that's also another one. Now I have them. No, that's still another one. Why do you have so much? Yes, by the way, if you didn't count it yet, 12. Wow. But still, it's a great, great model. That's, by the way, I am wearing a glove, one hand, because it is a big model. Just to make sure that the paint doesn't rub off. That's why I am wearing a glove. Because human skin is quite abrasive, I believe is the right word for paint. And it's also a little, I have also a little bit sweaty hands. So if I touch the mini too much, my hand, paint will not really good. I will also brush off some of the paint already on there. I am going back to question Seeker, talking about giving the eyes a different color. Although making them all green as in the original picture, no problem. But I was talking about his mouth part, upper lip, maybe call it. If he can do a little bit more of a red in there. Pure red. Reddish skin tone. I will put something on and we can moment and see how it looks. First, I'm not going to wet blend any colors already. I was talking about the red and get to the white. Yeah, all the parts that are touched by blue but should not have blue on them. Maybe a little bit extra work. Then I can at least do it like this. If I put the colors where I want them, they look good. Or I start wet blending everything. This is why I wear the glove. It not there's an old brush I put in there, not really glue done. Sometimes need a bit of a, especially those lines. But to do that like this, something like that. Where I normally the brush the brush holders, model holders that have special supports for your painting hand, your brush hand, very much for the bigger models. Model does need to be on a base. Could put on a temporary base. It would not be very stable. I have dropped it already once. Now I am painting it. I'm not really thinking about dropping it again. All smudges of blue I can get painted over. Quite a lot of blue. Big model. Tentacle. Any one of you right now, or at least this weekend, doing something hobby related? Again, other exciting thing. Just giving it color is not the biggest problem. But blending, well, I giving it also a little bit of highlights here and there. Bright shadows. I must say that the one who designed this model made for the pupil of the eye, he already made all the details in it. If you are not and if you are a starting painter, I think with a little bit of dry brush you can get quite a nice eye out of it. All 15 of them. Okay. Now let's see what we can do. The fleshy part of the upper lip. Pure red would, I don't think, would be good. Nice or darker gold or purple. Those are purples. Purple is a bit too dark, I think, but orchid purple. Try to make it a little bit more in a flesh tone later on. I know what I am missing. I have a little bit of music in the background. Totally forgot it on. Don't worry, I won't start singing. Well, maybe if when the stream ends, why not? I'm sure that, and I'm sure that everybody is gone very quickly. I can sing very beautifully, I know. When it leaves my throat, it's not really good to listen to. Venus Weaver, I however will be singing my praises, la 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 la. Start a duet, oh my god. Well, who knows, maybe we become even an internet celebrity singing group. You never know. I don't know about you, but did this already look quite good? color will be, of course, a little bit more. Will be a little bit lighter with highlights and everything. Blue. Pink. Tentacles will be pink. Love the look so far, good. Adjust the base colors. For 3 more streams, really get it all done. Okay, that's no problem. I have to fill my stream anyway with painting. By the way, did get a little tip. Leave it from the mini witch. Models like this. If there is a big chance that you hit things with a color you don't want it to hit because it's quite intricate or there's a lot of stuff in the way, you can seal them, not complete, not finished. Also, while painting them, let the paint dry and you seal them with just with a varnish. Blue again, because the varnish also makes it. If it is that one is dry, start painting over the same part again, and you make a mistake, it's quite easy to get the paint off. But leaving the varnish and all the layers below it, or beneath it, or under it, right word for it. My English grammar is also not always what it should be. Tentacle number 1. And I still have a little bit of green in my palette. Naga green. Make the eyes green. Wrong. I now see. I've made most of it white, of course. Good that I do not do this for a living. The mistakes I have made so far, I am already asking not enough money for this one. Not a complaint to you, of course, Soetseek, is my own fault. Must say I do like the challenge. Did you do? I was asking about the mini witch, what her name is. There's a YouTube channel. Forgetting her Hupplepup, the mini witch. It's I think I understood something with money. Did I say Suit Seeker? Oh, sorry. I mean Genius Griever. Oh, there we go again. Pro streamer, get all your chatters, all those chatters in chat. Completely confused. No, you don't. There is something with money involved between us. I mean, I still have stuff from you laying around here, like some Lila Meth. Yeah, that's the one I mean. Yeah, there we have the YouTube channel. Thank you very much. Really great painter. Also really great in explaining things. Find her to be a great educator. Yeah, about painting she can really explains things very good. So that's where I also get lately a lot of painting tips from. New skills that I still want to try. Videos are also not very long. I had I've seen some videos of some mini painters, semi-professional or even professional mini painters that are more than 2 hours long just to explain some little, not little painting techniques, but they go a little bit deep, to touch on too much details. Understand a technique, it's good to know a bit about the theory about it, especially when it is about color theory. Like non-metallic metallics is still one of those really weird things that I really like to understand. Lila does that. I think it do one on non-metallic metallics anymore. Oh, and I am using bright white right now for the eye. I know later on I will not use. Does look a little bit even for the beholder. It's not weird, but unnatural. Oh, an whole eye that does not look natural. Okay, the natural being. But it's aberration. Big eyes like these will often make the edge of the eye where it touches the eyelid much too small now. Where it touches the eyelid, I will normally give it a little bit of a more pinkish or even reddish line. Because your eyelid on the side is pink. That bad. Remember, it is just quick drawing of pupil on the eye. Bit more pink. Sleeping. When that happens, I would say, yeah, let's rest also. Get the rest to sleep also. Yeah, well, I'm awake. I did. I will have to ask next time. I did make some changes to the to my sound. Oh. Okay, thank you for the coin. So I am not a witcher. What I mean. Yeah, about those sound effects or sound alerts. I don't know if you hear any difference.
Hydrate, but all I have is coffee.
I was already waiting for it. Now I am only afraid. Okay, I'll yeah, that was literally stone cold coffee. Oh, it does not taste really good. But thank you for the hydrate, Pete. Not know if you notice anything, but the sound alert should cold coffee. Yeah, it is. If it is cold brewed, probably it tastes better. But coffee that normally coffee I need to be it needs to be warm. Again, sound alerts. I put the volume down a little bit. Because according to Carol, it was sound alerts. Sound was quite loud on her end. I do not know if it is also. At least I could not really hear any different. Your eardrums are still intact. And hey, hello, Cillion. Welcome back. have you on stream again. Hope everything is okay, good, since last night. Do like, by the way, on stream. Random sound, yeah. A nice one. Thank you. Like the way the colors look on screen. It's on my my phone here. Very nice and bright. Gonna abuse that one. Oh god. But for 0 bits, hey, that's not good. And I made a mistake yesterday. So, have fun with it tonight. Thought I had it completely deleted. Oh no, that's right. I took some of the sounds out. Because there were a lot of, that list with a lot of double sound effects. I took them out. A little bit too much to take out one by one, because you have to save every time the whole list again. I just made a new one, but I did not put random, so it's not gonna be too annoying, that's right. But for 0 bits, it was not completely my idea of it. Know if I have a limit on it. Knock yourself out while you can. But in the random sound should not be costly. Or how many sounds I have in there. It was quite a list. Still 19 over there. Okay. That's. Did you just count all the 80? Oh. Hey, yeah. Didn't know that. That's a problem when you do stream, but you don't watch your stream live. Then you not really know how everything looks. I should watch my own stream live a little bit more. By the way, I am in fact right now. Yeah. Yeah. The next one will be nice, almost touching. Notice that the model every angle I can find. I sometimes go off camera with it. And ones who have watched my stream before, that is no, nothing new. Not so. Very accurate one in that situation. Okay. Like putting a thread in a needle sometimes when you are painting. Look, as it is wet, you can still wipe it away. Enough. Anybody else have something she wants to talk about? But he is just silently watching paint. No problem, of course. Oh, alien painting for the first time now. Hey, good. Expectation higher than my reality. Yeah, that. Well, then I can assure you that's one of those things. One of those things that even after years and years of painting, expectations are always also most of the time much higher than what comes out until somebody else sees it and oh wow, oh really? And prefer maybe it's an odd silence. That's certainly possible. I even hope so. Because I just made that remark about expectations and reality. What are you painting right now, Julian? Although when it's not going as intended, it's satisfying. Certainly too. The tentacles touch. And by the way, Julian, Mr. of Butlust, and thank you for the follow. Really appreciate it. And I'm almost at 80 followers now. Hey. Do I have a Discord? I yeah, I am on Discord, so I do have a Discord channel, but it's not really in use. Although I am thinking about, as I have a streaming, getting a streaming community together. Maybe it's time to do something with that. More people interested in getting onto a Discord. That is it on my Discord server. Otherwise, I could show you now. Oh, like that, yeah. Um, yeah, I am still figuring out all the things I can do with OBS. That's just uh, the program I use for streaming. Oh, I can do things on like internet pages, but I still haven't figured it. Haven't taken the time to figure it out. Indeed, when you put it on a Discord, I can do it also, but I will see if I can get it to work. Will notify you. I do have to keep the just to be the Discord channel private. Make sure not everybody can get on it. By the way, Suit Seeker Silicon is also painting busts. Now one bust. Has also started last year with painting busts, and not really in a bad way, I have to say. Especially when did not start very long ago. Just like what you did with the YouTube channels, learning everything from them. You looked up the Mistress of Blood. Looks intimidating. Just started today with painting, not taking my Games Workshop junk from 50 years ago in addition. Yeah. And so it's first day painting again. Welcome back to the hobby. Chanur here. And next time I am going to paint something like this. I think I still will change my method. Will do disassembled paint. Assemble it later on, even though it means a lot of extra work on repainting a lot of parts. You can see after 30 years of painting, I am also still learning new things. Yeah, that's I did see yesterday is a really great looking bust. I also have some it's from White Werewolf Tavern. Friend, I really like what they have. Hmm. how look. Sorry to leave early, but I got to go. Yeah, no problem. We have to go. We have to go. Have a great evening. See you all next time. Yeah, thank you for popping by. Have a great evening and a great weekend. Hope to see you next time. That's those random sounds are hitting quite correctly every time. Until now. Ow. Oh man. Yeah, he's looking really friendly, I would say. I do like the color combo. You almost shitted yourself and stroke with red paint all over my painted face. Yeah, that's a little bit of problem with the sounds, especially on the painting screen. Sorry for that. And Genius Griever, you're loving it. Good. And we are on the right way. A little bit the base colors. We'll see if we can get the extra eyes on the side. I'm going to do it. Right now I have to grab it. Now I'm going to use a different eye color. Or maybe for the tentacles a different eye color. Right now we'll experiment with it. This one, a red eye. I'm going to find it out. Sorry. Big it is again. Got a little bit of a problem with this screen. Get the camera right spot. Be right to my head. Bigger. Cillian, now to repair all the red on the skin. Whoops. to have an example of painted eyes possibly. I happened to do this little guy today as a little bit of practice for the big one I am painting right now. If you really want to have an example of painted eyes, and I mean small eyes because that's one big one. I have painted last year in November. I have painted Reaper minis called Bone Sylvanians. This is little Esme, a witch. If we can be closer. Oh, that's a little bit too close. Out of the way. A little bit more zoom. Anyway, I'm pretty proud of those eyes. That's an example. And it does take a little bit of practice. Of course, all the painting does. Yeah, I'm not a real expert. So outline black, inside white, green circle. The outline, very strangely, I always outline circles with black. Yeah, because it does accent the eyes a little bit of an accent. But I do never start with the black. I always I have tried that, but somehow I never can get it right. And I will show you in a moment another way to paint eyes on smaller minis, or at least outline. Take the paint, but thin it down quite a lot. And you have to find out how thin you need it to be. It's thinner than just the paint itself, of course. I would say it's yeah, not as thin as with a glaze. With a small brush, and now I am, of course, completely there we go. This is also called lining. There are a lot of painters swear by this technique. It's a little bit of an eye. This technique is, the lining is one of the things that, especially with larger models, is a little bit easier. So you still have to do, even this line is still a little bit on the thick side, it's too thick. But in fact, what you do here with the black lining is what a wash normally does with 28mm models. Makes everything a shade. And in fact, if you want to do it correctly, you have to shade that lining with every time you have a difference in texture or another part of the body or anything. It's your meaning, but it looks best if you, just like with a drawing, you start with just with a black pencil, drawing the lines that you want to paint, and paint it in, only it takes quite some effort and time. So what I am doing now with the... Now there I go already. And a stretch. Let's see. You're still deciding on the hair and eye color. Yeah. And Soetseeker will be leaving. Have a good night and weekend. Yeah. Thank you. Same to you. Thanks for popping by. And I will give you the stretch. Thank you very much. And yeah, that's you can't draw. Well, for your information, on a piece of paper I can draw also not. I wanted to say, oh, by the way, I'm not family friendly, so I can say it. I can draw shit. But because this is 3D, with a little bit of practice, but what you indeed can do, what you did say, you can start with black and then paint the color over it. But that's also one of the things that you have to experiment a little bit. It's always a little bit the negative thing about it is when you paint a color over black, the color will never be as bright as you do it over white, especially with eyes. But you have to look at it a little bit for how it looks. Genius Griever, unfortunately I have to go in 5 minutes, but loved it so far. I'll definitely be back next week if I have time. Yeah, well, you're always welcome, especially with this stream. I have figured out how I have to put stuff on YouTube. So this will certainly be on YouTube and I will make it public, so in time. Thank you for popping by, have a great weekend and see you next time. About painting eyes again. One of the things that certain people do with eyes, this is not a complete... I always have a lot of stuff on my... want to little, maybe even simpler way of... I'll just show you on this eye. Yeah, thank you, great weekend. Yes. Sorry if you if you got a jump scare again. What a lot of people do with eyes. Well, the eyes are the deepest, most of the time, the deepest parts of the face. And you should start with those parts, because if you do them last, then you have bigger chance to hit everything you already painted. I badly timed those alerts, yeah. Oh, now you have a green nose. Oh no. Sorry for that. But a lot of people like those alerts. Sorry. The eyes. One of the things that you can do, well, this one, red, like the other one. What they do is, in fact, just paint over, not only over the eye, because, well, you are painting it first. Also paint a little bit over the eyelids. And if you want to make it a slit, the pupil a little bit of a slit, you can also, and it also can just make a big like that. And then later on you paint just over the eyelids. A little bit the wrong model to show. But you have quite a nice eye. One of the things with eyes is that most of the time try to, at least the pupil, to have them touch one of the eyelids at least. Because if it does not touch the eyelid, get big, you get a big scary look in them. So I can already tell this pupil is a little bit too small. A little bit longer. Get a little bit of a different look. Quite big eyes. Nice big. Now the look in the eye is a little bit less brightened. A blue eye next to it. Oh, colors of, I have to totally forget. And well, at the beginning of the stream, I'm right now just giving only the base colors. So I can decide where to put what color and if it is looks good. Also the first time I am painting this kind of model. Painted a beholder before. And also the color combination, not really my choice, commission. Yeah. Right now, quite pleased, and I saw that Venus Griever, I'm painting this model for him. Luckily, pleased with it. Have later on I will use much more wet blending with all the kind of parts to the highlights are not white, get them in of the pinkish color. I will wet blending, bit of glazing. We're going to mute sound for 5 minutes. Yeah, okay. I will keep talking much as possible, no problem, because I don't want other sound alerts scare me up to while I'll try these eyes. That's completely understandable, no problem. Lucky for me that I on my end, normally see the sound alerts before I hear them. Paint. From there with my brush. Look, we put some pink paint on the blue tentacles. This is other places that I don't want pink on. Correct that later on. I'm going to work it because when I blend it a little bit more eyebrow, it nice or purplish color in the. Why don't I it on? Get to my paint, the whole body. But technique I have to bit more. But right here we have quite abrupt pink to abrupt blue. A little bit more like on his eyebrow. A little glaze in a paint with the position. And of course I will use dark red. That is good. Right out. Okay. Things people always say with wet palettes. You can keep paints good for days and days. No, you can't. Although it does depend a little bit on where you live, of course. If I have heard people living in Texas, summer, it's not wet palette is really nice for just painting that day, but paint fresh for longer than the whole day is quite difficult because it's hot and dry. Here in the Netherlands, we have it's sometimes hot and dry, but also sometimes hot and very wet. It has, how do I phrase it? Not always help drying of the paint. Of a wet palette. Ooh, that is a big mistake. Try it again. Right, that it's still progress. Still work. This model. Thus, make the eye a little bit more fearsome, angry. But like in a model like this, a little bit. It sound is back on. I could show you. Yeah, well, I am quite interested in seeing it, of course. But as I said, I will see how I can set up my my simple Discord server, and I will give you an invite. I'll see how I can contact you. So I can also show off your work if you want. Then I also have a place to show my stuff. I invite some other friends who paint, and there's a real community, help each other with problems or advice. Almost time to end the stream. We'll have, this is still a tryout phase. No, I would paint the eyes before I paint the rest of the model. But I think with everything going on this model, I think the eyes will be the least of the problem. Those are quite very nicely. That overall look. About how the eyes should be looking. Make upper lip. We'll have a little bit of time. Reddish, dark orchid purple. We'll transition to it. It will be a little bit more flesh color. Back to the darkest color. And then use flesh tones. More of a fleshy look. And that's for the 2 hours of painting. Quite yeah, big, but very not always reachable part model. Some more pink. Does mean that I am going to paint next Saturday. Go further with this model. Gives me a whole week time to think about how I'm going to highlight it, how I'm going to make it really pop, especially because the blue is just blue. I want to get it a little bit more, especially in these sets, little bit darker. I don't, especially with this big model, I not really like washes. Take long to dry. I give most of the time, especially on the bigger parts, more of coffee stains than this. Of darker areas. Places. But it already gives it a little bit more pop, as they say. Bit of contrast. One of the most important things I have learned last year. Really painting. Difference between shades. The highlighted parts. Quite noticeable. So that's where I'm going to leave you all. I hope you enjoyed the stream. I did. I hope to see you all some other time. I wish you all a great evening. Have a great rest of the weekend. I hope to see you next time. Bye.